President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received the phone call from the Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. Presidential spokesman Ahmad Fahmi said during the call the Malaysian Prime Minister praised the positive achievements in relations between Egypt and Malaysia in recent years. President al-Sisi and the Malaysian Prime Minister expressed their desire to increase the economic and trade cooperation in addition to cultural and educational exchanges between the two countries. Both sides discussed the Egyptian efforts towards achieving a ceasefire and allowed the safe passage of the humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. In this context, President al-Sisi appreciated the Malaysian keenness on participating in providing relief aid to the Palestinians. For his part, the Malaysian Prime Minister confirmed the country's appreciation for the Egyptian pivotal role in leading and managing the distributing of aid despite of the obstacles. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry asserted the Egyptian complete rejection of any plans or procedures aimed at enforcing the displacement of the Palestinians outside the Gaza Strip. Shoukry's comments came during his meeting with the U.S. counterpart Antony Blinken on the sidelines of the G20 foreign ministers' meetings in Brazil.
Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry asserted Egypt's complete rejection of any plans or procedures aimed at enforcing displacement of Palestinians outside Gaza Strip. Shoukry reiterated that such actions will lead to dissolving the Palestinian cause and threatens national security of neighboring countries, an additional factor of instability in the region. Shoukry's comments came during meeting his American counterpart Antony Blinken on Thursday on the sidelines of G20 foreign ministers meeting in Brazil. Shoukry renewed calls for a complete ceasefire as a guarantee to end bloodshed and to resume talks concerning future of the Palestinian cause. He expressed Egypt's regret and reject continued inability of the Security Council to demand ceasefire as a result of repeated use of unjustified American veto. Moreover, Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry also met his Saudi counterpart Prince Faisal bin Farhan as they tackled the Arab Path and multilateral action on Israeli war in Gaza. Both top diplomats stressed their total rejection of Israeli military operations in Rafah and attempts of forced displacement of Palestinians from their lands. They also discussed the threats of navigation in the Red Sea and expanding the conflict in the region. Also on Thursday, Shoukry met his Indonesian counterpart on the sidelines of the G20 in Rio de Janeiro. Shoukry discussed means of bolstering bilateral ties between the two countries. Talks tackled situation in Gaza Strip as he expressed Egypt's regret on inability of the Security Council to demand a ceasefire. Earlier, Shoukry met Russian, Turkish, Bolivian, South African and Brazilian counterparts on the sidelines of the G20 meetings in Rio de Janeiro.
And back home, the sun shone the face of King Ramesses II inside the Abu Simbel Temple in Aswan in the early morning hours of Thursday. The unique solar alignment phenomenon happens twice a year to mark the coronation of the king on February the 22nd and his birthday on October the 22nd. Foreign and domestic tourists flock to Aswan to witness the phenomenon as hundreds of them queue to watch the sunlight penetrate 60 meters into the temple to light up the king's face. The cabinet approved the largest investment deal through an investment partnership with major entities in light of the state's efforts to attract the foreign investments. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli said that this major investment deal is the beginning of several investment deals which the government is currently working on to increase the state's resources from hard currency. Madbouli announced that the full details of this deal will be announced, noting that the government's success in attracting huge foreign investments confirms the confidence of the major investment entities in the Egyptian economy and its ability to overcome the challenges. Madbouli pointed out that the projects resulting from this deal will provide hundreds of thousands of job opportunities and will contribute to economic recovery. The Egyptian Center for Strategic Studies, the ECSS, followed up on the statement issued by the cabinet following its meeting, during which it discussed the efforts exerted by the state in the investment field. The center hailed the outcome of the cabinet's meeting, which was announced by Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli regarding an agreement on the largest direct investment deal with grand entities, with the aim of attracting direct foreign investments and increasing the state's revenues of the hard currencies. It stressed that the deal confirms an international confidence in the Egyptian economy. And still in Egypt, the stock market indices collectively soared, being bolstered by the purchasing operations by the Arab and the foreign investors. The main EGX 30 index soared 0.06%. The small and medium EGX 70 index added 1.42%. The more expanded EGX 100 index added 0.88%. The overall transactions and dealings within the session reached £13.1 billion.